This is the ST4K 14-inch double row light bar. So if this doesn't do it, I don't know what will. So we'll crack on. So we'll unbox these bad boys. I don't have any affiliation with these guys or any sort of desire to promote any other light bar over another brand. I just wanted something that was a bit of a higher quality. That's what I've been led to believe about these. It certainly feels so far. We'll get these unboxed. This is the light bracket. A couple of guys I know, my brother from another mother tipped me off that this stuff's good stuff. I ordered this online through their website and it came 3 days later. So if that's any indication for you. So we'll do this bracket first. It seems pretty slick and it's compatible with these lights that I ordered. So straight away I wanted something that was black. I didn't want chrome because the Jeep's got the black labels and things like that on it. There is a bit of chrome on the Jeep, but yeah, straight off, that looks beautiful. It's got the Stedi in there. And that's like a beautiful powder coated situation. So that will mount on the Jeep and then we'll mount the lights on top. No fitting skit, that's fine. We'll make our own plan there, but just something to note. So you may think this is a bit of an overkill for the Jeep, but we live out here past the street lights, there's no road markings, so it's absolutely essential. We'll hit endless kangaroos and whatever else driving home at night. We don't want to blind everybody coming onto us, so we just need a, oh yeah, this thing looks chunky as. Just gonna pull these out. I think this whole thing goes, oh yeah, there we go. Look at that, nice. Get that off. That one off. Oh yeah, that's decent. You can feel it's a decent weight. I was trying to keep the weight down because I was worried about it being too heavy on the plastic bumper. But I'm assured that if we put a backing plate on it or something like that, we should be right. And we've got a bit of a standard connection here, so I wouldn't for the life of me know what these connections are called, but there's that waterproof type connection that I can pretty much. There's already a light on there, so I've got every confidence I can just splice into that with these 2 wires and away we go. And then we've got that waterproof connection there. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 lights in the middle that go, as I'm led to believe, that go fairly well straight. And then these 4 throw the light out to the side. So you've got a bit of light out to the side and a bit of light straight on. Important anti-seize lubricant to be applied on the threads. Yeah, that's because they'll be stainless. Oh, nice. This is a wiring harness, which I knew that it came with the wiring harness, which is great. But it's already got a light on there, but we may be able to upgrade, or we may need to upgrade. We've got some universal light adapters here. And again, we'd have to be choosing what style we had. Odds on bet it's one of these. You don't get too far from the gatepost these days, especially with the cars being a bit more modern. So you plug that in, and then that allows this to be plugged in and splice in with the switch on the dash. And here's a relay, here's a switch, and the rest of the cables. So the specs here are 1 lux, okay, at 514 meters, which sounds pretty good. Weighs 1.8 kilos, 5,700 K light temperature, 12 volts or 24 volts. Tested max lumens is 5,760 or 26,000 candelas if you're into that sort of stuff. And you get the light, brushed stainless side brackets, adjustable sliding brackets, the smart harness, the piggyback adapters, and a set of cable ties. And you get 4, 16, and 4 floods, 16 spots and 4 floods. That's what I was talking about before. And it's going to throw out a 50-degree spot beam, which is fantastic. So this is going to be what we need. I'm excited about this, ready to put it on. And Osram LEDs, that's Osram guys don't muck around either. So that's fantastic.